All right, we got this generic music going on. I love it.
Oh.
All right, welcome to another podcast here of Let's Talk. Today, I have a very special guest, a friend of mine. But before we get to him, because we'll get to him, before we get to him, thank you for listening and watching on YouTube. My name is Carlos Salazar. People call me Trey. I own a photo studio here in Austin, Texas. And I shoot photograph male models, male OnlyFans creators, male corn stars, as you said.
There you go.
Thank you. Corn stars. That way YouTube doesn't get mad at me. And I've been doing it for about, 8 years now. And I thought I'd start a podcast or a little interview thing with people and get to know them a little bit better. Like I know them, because I know them a lot more personal than just what you see on screen.
Like 6 years.
6 years. I know. Gosh. God, I was like, 19 when I met you?
Yeah, I think so. I hope not. That would make me like...
Yeah, that would make you, 22? I'm just kidding. Anyway, my guest is Mr. Reno Gold. Everybody say hi to Reno.
Hi.
Okay, crowd, calm down. All right. So Reno comes to us from the big state of
Reno, Nevada.
No, but where do you live?
Oh, I live in LA.
Yes, okay. So
Yeah.
Reno's here from LA. He was here for Splash Weekend, which is a huge party weekend that we have here in Austin. And he was here. And so I was like, dude, we got to hook up. And he was like, yeah, we got to meet each other. Or meet with each other. So Reno, tell the story of how we first met.
I first met Trey at... we both got booked to do a Skull and Bones campaign in New York City.
Yep.
It was the first campaign I've ever shot in my entire life. And we were just wearing different underwear. We were shooting in super public places. And for me, just starting out modeling, it was so humiliating. but honestly, Carlos made it so much fun, and we hit it off, and we've shot a bunch of times since then.
Yeah, it was weird because that was when you had just gone viral for doing that boat video. Remember?
Flopping around like a fish.
Yes.
I thought I was being sexy and dancing, but I guess I looked like a fish, and it went viral on Twitter.
I just remember that because I remember when we first met, I was like, is this you?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God. But yeah, it was a fun shoot. It was me, you, and your best friend.
Who?
Jake Bays.
Who else was it? It was
real changing the subject real fast. No, I'm just kidding. Sam. Remember Sam?
Sam, yeah.
Sam the man.
Sam the man.
Yeah, you
I've
remember
shot
him.
with Sam since then.
I know. He's real
Haven't
busy.
seen Jake, but
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Anyways. It was stupid. It was years ago. I hope he's doing great. But honestly, it was a really fun trip. And since it was my first camp, I love Skull and Bones too. Since it was my first campaign, though, I was just wasn't comfy being in my underwear in Central Park.
Oh, yeah.
With families around. And Carlos is just drop him. Drop him. Drop him.
Put on the jock strap. I need you to wear the jock strap. I need you to wear the no ass, and I need you to wear the briefs.
Yeah.
And then I had him standing up on it was where that.
You did do that to us. You made us stand up on a huge, being in Central Park wasn't enough. He's like, get on this massive podium and take your pants off.
Yeah, it was great. And there's little kids with their balloons walking around. It was such a fun shoot. My favorite part though of the shoot was when we shot at the subway. Because remember, we snuck into the part of the subway.
That was my favorite part because there was no people down there yet. There's
true.
no people.
I mean, it was easier for me. That's why I think I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. So we met in New York City and we hit it off. And he reminded me a lot of my other friend, Alex, which I thought was weird because they're both kind of really outgoing and loud and funny. So that's how we met. And we've been friends ever since. And we've kept in touch. Which is weird because we've known each other for so long, but we've kept in touch throughout the years just from texting.
Yeah.
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 So we're gonna talk about him. Reno does have an OnlyFans, and he does have a Twitter. He does have an Instagram. I'm gonna put all the links, or not the links, but the links right there under his name or whatever. So that way you guys can go follow him if you're not already following him. So we're going to talk about kind of like
Go check it out.
go check it out. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to talk about kind of more about you. So where I know, yeah, he loves it. So here we go. All right. We're going to talk about him. All right. So are you gay or straight?
Gay.
Oh, wrong one.
Actually, like I'm attracted to both, but I see myself settling down with a man.
Okay.
You know,
When and okay, so you're gay, which is good. I mean, it's gay, so I don't care. Okay, so let's talk about when you growing up. So growing up, you were from where?
I was born in Illinois, but I've lived everywhere. I went to like 5 different elementary schools, so I moved around a lot.
And we don't have to go into particulars like names and everything, but like I think what's really cool is your family life.
Yeah.
So because I mean you've talked about it before on your own podcast.
Yeah.
But I want you to talk about it here because I think it's so it's funny. I mean it's cool though.
Yeah, no, I'm super lucky. Yeah, so we moved around a bunch. Illinois, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Nevada, back to Massachusetts, down to Florida. So, we moved around a lot. My dad was a home appraiser, and the reason we bounced around was like during the market crash. So he was like just looking for work and stuff. And then my mom's done like every job under the sun.
Yeah.
Like, she was like a lunch lady, a bus driver, did literally everything. And we grew up like religious. Like we would go to church twice a week. Like, but the church, honestly, I had a great experience. They were like my family when we would go like back in Massachusetts.
Right.
So it was always like a good experience for me. Yeah.
And so like and describe your family now. Are they still crazy?
Wait,
Oh.
I did have one bad experience in
Oh
church.
gosh, here it goes.
I
Here
want
it
to
goes.
talk about it.
Let's talk about
Okay.
it. Let's talk about it.
Well, I like have you gotten sleep paralysis?
Yes.
Okay. So, I used to get sleep paralysis when I was little. I'd wake up and wouldn't be able to move. And my mom brought me to the church to talk about it. And the priest told me, he was like, you probably don't have a close enough relationship with God. That's demons. Demons are following you.
How old were you?
I was like 10.
Okay. So
I was like 10, but I was like terrified. And like it's not like the sleep paralysis went away the more I prayed.
Right.
Like the more I prayed, I'm like, oh, what do I gotta do next? Like I was like, do I have to like sacrifice something? But yeah, so the sleep paralysis didn't go away. So now I had sleep paralysis and I was thinking it was the devil.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you still think about that? Like, do you still get sleep paralysis and does it freak you out still?
I do. I have a lot of crazy dreams. So yes, but I don't think it's demons now.
It's ghosts.
It's ghosts. Yeah.
We're going to get into that in a little bit too, because that makes me laugh. All right. So you describe your family now. Like, is your family still super religious?
No, not really. I mean, like my parents are still practicing. One of my sisters, she got real deep in it.
Yeah.
She got real deep in the religion and like was very modest, like wouldn't show like her like wrists or ankles, and we lived in Florida.
Right.
And
it's hot.
She got real into it. But she has since you probably don't know this because it's been so long. She has since like left the church.
Oh yeah, because I remember when she was, and you guys would like knit together or something. Y'all would like knit, like for the homeless.
We were trying to like we had done stuff like that at like church, like fed the homeless and those types of things, like community service. But like actually I was like a traveling dancer for a long time, and it's hard to have like relationships with like friends and like people because I was doing 1 week New York, 1 week LA, 1 week Miami.
Right.
And I didn't really want to like talk about what I was doing or go into specifics because I just wasn't comfortable with it at the time.
Right.
So I didn't really talk to anyone except for that religious sister, which is really funny.
Yeah.
And she never judged me for it or anything. And even like I had done a little podcast with her, and I asked her like, what do you think about me being gay? And she's like, well, it's a sin, but like I lie, I sin all the time. Like it's not bigger than any other sin, but she was like, I still love you. And for me, that means like so much because like yeah, for me, that's a great answer. You know,
Right.
we don't
Well,
have to agree on the same things. I don't have to believe your ideology. We just both respect each other.
but I feel like
You
that's a
know?
good religion. Like that's good religion, you know,
Mhm.
because then they're not pushing you out. They're not being an asshole to you. You're not
Right.
shunning the church because they treated you like shit.
That was her though. So like the church
It's different.
situation was like, yeah.
So okay, so your family life was pretty good, which is good.
Mhm.
When did you first decide that you were going to kind of get into like the? I mean, I don't want to say adult industry because you really weren't adult, but like
I
were you an exhibitionist your whole life? Like, do you like people watching you?
Yeah, totally. I'm a whore for attention. There's this only reason I'm doing this. Yeah, I've always like felt a need to like be the center of attention and like perform.
Right.
One of my first jobs was I would work in the Reno casinos during the holiday times, and I would do shows like the Nutcracker and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so I would be a tumbling like gymnast because I was a gymnast. So I loved performing like that. And then like once I discovered what porn was, I always knew I wanted to be doing did that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what was your first experience in that industry? Like, and what kind of was the catalyst to start doing it? I mean, I know, but like,
Yeah, for me, I like yeah, for me high school was like pretty rough. And then especially yeah, I mean just like at home, like things were just a little crazy during that period of my life. And I just ended up working at a strip club and dancing my senior year of high school. So I was working at the strip club on the weekends and then going to school on weekdays.
and did any of your friends know about this, or were you kind of
I
incognito?
didn't have any friends really.
Really?
Yeah, so like I kind of oh no, I don't know. I kind of like got this because I had moved to a new school my junior year, and I really didn't want to leave Reno. I loved being in Reno, and when,
Hence his name.
yeah,
That's why his name is Reno Gold
I
because
really
he
love Reno.
loved
I
Reno.
loved Reno, um, and I still talk to all of my friends from like elementary school, middle school from there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so it was like I moved and then like things were kind of like tough at home during that period. So I like never really wanted to go home. So I would just when kids would invite me over, I just like wouldn't leave. And I got a bad reputation of like overstaying my welcome.
Oh,
Yeah, so then like when the kids at school stopped hanging out with me, like because I mean like, and they already had their friend groups because it was like junior year that I like moved there.
right.
Then I just started like meeting up with men on Grinder and doing the same thing and like staying with them for as long as possible, then finding the next one and staying at their house.
Right. Oh, shit.
So I like wouldn't go home.
Right.
And then I met like a older guy. We started dating. He like let me. He gave me like a car to drive and like
So he kind of helped you out.
yeah, helped me out. And I could stay there on weekday or like on school nights, whatever. Like my mom knew him. Is like
So was it more of like a mentorship, or was it more like a boyfriend?
it was more of a boyfriend.
Was it more of
yeah.
a boyfriend?
Yeah. But yeah, that wasn't a great situation. So when we broke up, I like definitely yeah, when we broke up there I just like needed money. So then I started like dancing.
Did someone like gear you into that? Was like someone like Reno, you should really start
No.
dancing, or you were just like, well, I go to this club.
So the guy that I was dating owned a bar. And then like I started going out with him to the bars and then just like started following some guys on Instagram who danced at the bars and I was like, "Oh, well, I'll do that." Like so I went in my first night. I thought yeah, it was just like I mean, I was in high school and I thought it'd be like dancing like up on a pole whatever. Turns out they didn't have a dancer's license. So it was like the manager was like, if the lights all turn blue, that means the cops are outside. So like go out the back and like dip.
Oh my gosh.
And like the private, it was only a strip club on Sundays, and then it was like the best club ever, like on the weekdays, but or on the
Weekend.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So then they would convert the coat closet to be a private room.
Oh, really?
It was just one rusted metal chair in there that you yeah, do whatever. And so yeah, when I went there, like Should I keep going with this?
Yeah, go with it. I want to hear it.
Okay. So when I went there, it was just kind of like I was like the manager was like giving me like a tour of the place. He's like, this is where you do like a stage show. If someone tips you, talk to them after, because then you'll be able to sell a private room. Let me show you the private room. I go to the private room and he says, this is where you'll be sucking dick. It's
Oh shit.
He's like 160 minimum and I get half.
And
and then I was like, I wasn't really looking to like be a prostitute. I think I'll just do the stage shows. And he said, well, you might as well leave then.
Really?
And then he called another dancer in and said, look, here's your audition. So let's just say I aced it.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. I don't know which one to give you. So this one. That's the one.
Yeah, so that was that. But I like
when you did that, were you like, I mean, obviously you were nervous, right? Because it was the first time you've probably ever done anything like that, and for money.
Nah, I mean,
well, I know, but like in that kind of setting, you know what I mean? Like in a
strip
bar
club
setting,
yeah.
yeah. It's not like you get to pick; they pick you.
Yeah.
So how long did you work there?
Maybe not long, because I got into a fight with someone at the bar and pushed him off his bar stool. But maybe like 4 months.
Okay. So that was kind of your first dip into like the adult industry. Did you end up making any friends or anybody that gave you advice while you were there? That was kind of
totally. There was like this one guy, and he was like, he actually just reached out to me recently. It was a nice blast from the past, but he was kind of like the house mom, and he like came up to me because I was selling a lot of privates, but I didn't realize I was doing it real cheap.
Oh,
and
so they're like, go to Reno.
He came up to me and he like, make sure you're like, if Bill said 160, like you can be charging more than that, and you're bringing everyone else down. So. Yeah, he helped out a lot.
You have like a line of guys waiting for you, and all the other guys.
No, literally.
You're like, it's 160.
And I go home and I'd be like, I'm a superstar. I feel rich. I do better than everyone. I'm like, look, I made $300, $400, but like, how many dicks? you know. But I mean, I didn't care. That didn't bother me.
Right.
It's not. Yeah, that's like not something that really phases me. It was just like, it was a funny experience, I guess. Like, I wouldn't want it to happen to someone else who's not expecting it. But for me, I'm the type of person where like, I thought it was kind of silly and funny.
It sounds like a Lifetime movie. Like it's like a total drama. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Just like it was crazy.
Come in. Do your audition.
Yeah. No, he was really intense. Yeah.
So after you do that, what was your next step? Like, what did you just, because you quit and you're like, okay, I'm not going to do dance anymore. I'm not going to do those private rooms anymore. What can I do next?
Oh no, I still wasn't against that, but I just
just after that whole situation, after you left that bar,
my parents were like, "We're moving to Florida. Would you want to come down to Florida with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I was living in Boston at the time and dancing in Rhode Island.
Okay,
and I was just couldn't do the winter. I would try to get a place by myself because I didn't really want to like move like and be." You know, I don't know, but I tried to get a place for myself. I couldn't afford it, and it was really nice of my parents to like allow me to come like live with them, especially after I had been like crazy. MIA and crazy a lot of my high school times. Yeah. So so I went down with them, and then I started doing seeking arrangements. And just
seeking arrangements.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you're seeking arrangements. Okay, so after you're doing all this, you're in
Backpage.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
And this was like what was it, like 2000, probably 12, 11?
I graduated 2015.
So 2000.
So this was 20. This is 2016.
2016. Okay, so you graduated. You're there. When did you start doing OnlyFans?
I started doing OnlyFans 2018, December 2018.
Yeah.
So really like 2019.
Right.
Yeah, so there was between 2016 and 2018, I was basically a traveling dancer. So I would do like 1 week New York, 1 week LA, 1 week Miami. And I was really looking to settle down because it was hard to have a relationship with anybody, friends, anyone. So when OnlyFans came out, I had already been working with photographers and had like a lot of content because I would use it to promote myself on different websites and
right, to show that you were dancing somewhere or that you were going to be somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, I just partnered with some big photographers and they started tagging me. I started growing.
So before we go on,
That's how my Instagram started, was being a stripper, just letting clients know when I'd be in town.
That's so funny.
I don't know, it's 400 or 500,000 something.
Wow.
Almost 600.
So let's talk about photography real quick because obviously I'm a photographer. So you don't have to give the name of the photographer because I know the name of the photographer, but you don't have to give the name of the photographer. But I do want you to tell me about the first time you shot with this photographer in New York City and how it went. Because I think a lot of guys that are watching this, or a lot of people that watch this, I know people hear about like the casting couch kind of things, but I feel like they don't think it's real. And a lot of younger people that are getting into this industry are very, what's the word? Green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't think that would happen to them. So I want you to like tell you because, I want to have your first experience. So go for it.
Yeah. So my first experience with a photographer, it was great. Loved the pictures. And actually I really like working with him and would completely work with him again.
Right.
But the thing is, when I first started, like, I had already been a dancer for so long. I know what's up.
Right.
So,
you had a lot of experience. So it's not like you went in. He probably thought you went in there like,
yeah, just naive. And
right.
Like, no. So, so he came to my hotel room and he like oils me up, which I was like, okay, fine, I'll let him get like a pat, like whatever.
Yeah.
Just, you can oil me up, even though I could do it myself. That's sure.
So you're just like this.
He was doing it, yeah. So like basically, like how. Yeah, so he was doing the shoot for free, and he's a huge photographer. He's getting booked all the time, but also he was going to use the content as well. It's not like I was the only one using the content. So it's shared content. It's like beneficial to both of us.
Correct.
It's a collaboration. And yeah, so I knew that. But then he was like, normally I get paid a lot of money for my shoots, but I was just thinking I could suck you off a little bit in exchange for the shoot. And then I said, oh, but you're going to be using the pictures too, right? And he was like, well, yeah, we'll both get them. And I was like, well, you can suck my dick, but it's gonna be $1,000 if you want to suck my dick. and then I was like, yeah, and I was like, and also I don't have money to pay. So he's like, no, I was just joking. Obviously, because he wanted to shoot me because he needs the pictures too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he was testing the waters. He was gonna see if you were gonna say, okay.
Which a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
But I, yeah. So, and honestly, it was fine because he shot his shot, and then there was nothing ever again. I've shot with him so many times,
and it's never happening.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I tell guys too. Is like you have to kind of like you have to say something, because if you just don't say anything and you're just like, that means yes, and they're going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, you have to be firm.
Yeah.
Even if you say no.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, you seem vulnerable.
It's okay, relax. But I tell guys, like, if you feel like it's uncomfortable, just say, hey, man, I got it. I can move my dick. Or, hey, guy, I got it. If you need me to move my underwear, I can do it.
So, like, the first couple of times, if they go to move my dick and it's for an underwear shoot or something, I won't say something. But about the third time when they come over, I say, you just tell me when you need me to adjust myself. I can do it myself.
Yeah, I got it, bro.
I let them get it for two passes.
They get two, and that's it.
Oh,
yeah. Well, also,
get your 2 grabs in, boys.
That's right. What's funny is, like, today when he was oiling up for our shoot, I'm just like throwing the oil bottle, and I'm like, here, put your oil on.
Yeah, I love shooting with him because, like, I'll be like jerking off, getting ready for a video, like, and he's just like, we're just like talking while we're like,
I'm like, so did you see that show last night? Like, it was so awesome.
I'm like, no, I haven't seen it yet.
Or I'm listening to Taylor Swift while he's like trying to get it up.
Yeah.
All right. So
I love shooting with you. You're my favorite photographer.
oh,
seriously,
stop
to
it.
shoot
Shut
with.
up.
You are.
Everybody.
You're my favorite.
All right. Calm down already.
One time I came out with another model, Gavin Johnson.
Oh,
and,
Gavin. I love Gavin.
It was awesome. Carlos set up so many cool locations, and we just had the nicest weekend ever.
I know. That was fun. We need to get him back.
I know.
Daddy.
He's in Tampa.
Back.
We'll drag him back.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. So being in OnlyFans, how did you get to, I mean, obviously it's a journey, but like, how did you get from, from just starting to kind of where you're at now? Like what advice would you give somebody trying to start besides getting to you and using your your referral
First,
code?
my referral link. No.
Yeah.
Actually, I would say focus on building up your socials first and see if you can be consistent with that, because there's no way to promote within the app. Even if you do use someone's referral, they're not going to be pushing you every day.
Right.
And you need to make sure this is something you want to do, because everyone will find out once you start doing it. And even if you're not doing full on porn, people will think a little bit differently about you, and it might affect corporate careers.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that happen in people's lives who are close to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would just say, see if you're consistent enough on social media, posting like cute content every single day. If you start growing and it seems like there's an interest in you, I would say open it up.
Right.
And the best way to do that would be to reach out to photographers, do collaborations with tags. You both tag each other, so you're both growing, and you both get rights to the photos.
Images. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing with photographers. That's why I always tell photographers to work with as many people as you can.
Yeah.
I do know, some photographers that are kind of picky with who they work with, which is fine. But I feel
it's just better too. You don't want to be on someone's page if it's like
right.
It's trash.
Right. But I was telling Reno today, like, I like working with newer guys too, because I feel like I get to an audience that probably would have never seen me had I not done that, And but I'm picky with the people I work with too. I'm not just working with anybody either. But like, I'm just saying, like, newer people also help.
Totally, yeah, and yeah, because you see all the same guys over. Because I feel like in the beginning there was like a core few who got really big, and then you just keep seeing those guys. So
all the time,
new is always great, because we need variety. Because it's actually like a pretty small industry of people who are actually doing like really good collabs,
right? That are really good
and who are really consistent.
Yeah. So tell me a person that you worked with that you were kind of starstruck, like you were like, oh my god, I get to work with this person, like that you were kind of starstruck about. You can't say Paul because that's mine.
Oh, actually, that I gotta say it though, because when we went on the box trip the first time,
here it goes.
Paul and Carlos were like the biggest social media influencers I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And, so definitely Paul or Carlos effort.
Yeah.
Cause
they were the biggest ones. I loved Carlos.
I
loved him. Carlos ever.
Yeah.
So we did another
They're
box.
easy too.'re like cool and easy.
Yeah.
To
Yeah, very easy. Very easy.
Also about like people getting into it. Just consistency is everything. Like just everything.
Yeah, we learned about that this year. Reno learned about that this year.
Cut that out.
Cut it.
Seriously.
Cut it.
I'm very consistent. Go subscribe.
Well, I mean, honestly, you have a lot of stuff on your page. It's not like somebody's going to go on your page and they're going to be like, this is it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot.
Yeah, so like about consistency, I've done over 500 scenes since I've started OnlyFans in 2018, December of 2018. So
is there anybody that you would want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Yeah, a lot. Kyle Krager, I really want to work with him. We're actually planning a shoot right now.
Nice.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, my pipe dream is Jake Arnich, but that's never gonna happen.
God. You don't know that.
Never gonna happen.
I mean, he's been doing it for a while. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, he's married and everything, but I don't give a...
He's making a lot of money. He's making so much money.
I don't understand. I mean, he's good looking and everything.
I get it.
You get it?
I get it. Yeah.
Come on.
He deserves all of it. I love
He
Jake.
deserves it.
Yeah.
You're like, I just sent him a tip right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. So who else? Anybody?
I'm excited. It's someone I've already worked with, but I'm really excited to work with Sean Ford more.
Oh, yeah. His
Yeah.
stuff is really good.
It's really good. His boyfriend's so talented. That's who does all the videos and stuff.
Yes.
And they both are just constantly planning like these really beautiful shoots.
Yeah.
So I'd love to work with them more.
I've seen their stuff where it's like super warm and they're like in a mountain or something.
Yeah.
And like,
I'll be honest, like all the guys' names that come to mind I've like already shot with. Oh, I really want to film with Romeo Twink. I've already shot a scene with him, and then my cameraman fell in the pool. And then didn't tell me that the files were corrupted until he got back home to Germany, and I got back home. We're back home too, and like we had shot in Mexico. We met up in Mexico to shoot.
oh.
Yeah, so they like lost all of the content.
So you're going to do it again, though?
I would like to.
Yeah, that would be good.
But he's in Cyprus. But I got to do like a
European tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make my rounds.
You do. Okay, so speaking of traveling, where's a place that you've been that you enjoyed the most?
Peru.
And why was Peru fun?
Peru was just like really beautiful. The mountains and the food's amazing.
Yeah.
And I went with my ex of like 5 years. We went together, and it's just like some of the best memories of my whole life. We did so many adventures together and got so close. It was well,
I
just
mean,
really
y'all
nice.
are still close too, so it's not like you're
we still talk every day. Yeah. But it's just like that's one of the like favorite memories I have. Yeah, we stayed in like a sky lodge that was like,
I remember that on a mountain or something, right?
Yeah, you had to like rock climb up to your lodge, and then you're sleeping on like on
that
a
does not
cliff.
sound fun to
It was so cool. But then like,
how do you use the restroom?
there's bathrooms up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know how they get the poop.
How do
off.
they get it out though? So what were you
just down the side of the mountain. Yeah, but yeah, it was great.
It was great.
It was so fun.
All right. So moving on.
What about you? Where have you been?
I've been. I went to see you this morning. That's as far as I've been. That's as far as I want to go. No, I mean I've been to Thailand. I've been to places, but I'm not an adventurer. You know what I mean? No, I don't. I'm more of a let's go to Sandals.
Yeah.
I want it all inclusive. I wanted to wake up. I want the buffet. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just. But when I was younger, I liked doing stuff. But now I'm just like, how long is the flight? Do we have to take a ferry? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go to Bali.
You're also tall though. Like,
Yeah.
so a flight's different for you.
It's awful. It's awful. Like, I want to get in an airplane and go straight to the city that I'm going to stay at. Like, I don't want any more donkeys. I don't want to fucking, swing on trees to get to where I need to go. I just can't do it. But yes.
Peachy Boy's been trying to get me to go to Thailand.
Okay, so if you go to Thailand to see Peachy Boy, then I will go with you to go see him.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay.
I do. But
Okay.
I only fly first class, so if you can't afford it, too bad, because I'm going to be upfront without you.
I never fly first class ever.
I have to.
I'm saving all my points. So
I'm
I don't
no.
know for what, but
no way. That's too
about
long of a flight for me to be in coach. All right, so let's talk some more about some other stuff. So, you just recently, well, I don't know how recent it was, but you just recently moved to LA, right?
Yeah, about a year ago.
About a year ago. So what kind of instigated that move? Because I know you were in Florida for a long time, and you liked Florida.
I loved Florida, yeah, and I had bought a house in Miami literally 6 months before I moved to LA.
And before I'm going to take a side note here. So one of the things that I hope you're still smart about is when you don't just make money and spend it like on shit. You actually invest in a lot of things, right? So I want you to talk about that a little bit.
So I have 16 properties in total. 15 are condos. Those are up in Melbourne, Florida. And then I have a house in Miami. And the house is in Miami Shores. I love it. I thought it was going to be my dream house. I did like a lot of construction to it. But yeah, what caused the move was just like me and Austin, my ex, we had broken up, and
You just wanted to change.
Needed a change of scenery, and I always thought I'd go back to Miami, but LA is kind of like this vortex. Once you go there, they have everything, the mountains, the water, and I just couldn't really go back to like that house. You know, I mean, I still own it and rent it out,
Right.
but I think it'd be really lonely to go back there now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's just
everybody
like,
needs time.
yeah, and also I'm definitely still not over
Everything. Yeah. But it takes time though.
Yeah.
But what I like, what I think a lot of people don't understand, and what a lot of young people don't do, is when I get these guys that come in and they're actually pretty successful when they start out and they're making shit tons of money and they're doing really good, they spend it, like they spend it, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you investing in something so that way right now you're making this money, and later on if it fades out or something happens, you've already invested in all this stuff and you're still making money no matter what.
Right. Yeah. Like if I could retire if I chose to,
right,
and live off the properties. But I know I want to travel and I want to do things like that. So I like.
Well, you still got a good 3 more months
before I turn 30. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, it's really sad. I think it's just because I would have been stupid with my money too if I hadn't already lived the life that I had, because I knew like all the work I put in for every dollar I made.
Right.
And working was my life, and I just really didn't want to go back to feeling like isolated and just like
like you down in the dumps, because it's like you're worried. You don't
OnlyFans like actually helped me settle down and feel secure in my life, because my life was just so hectic before, just like traveling so much just to make money. And and not the best environments, you know. So I never wanted to go back to that. And also it's just perfect because my dad's like a home appraiser, and my mom, she's done property management in the past too as well.
Then they're working for you.
Yeah. So my dad, when I started, one time he came to my house, and it was when I was a dancer before OnlyFans, and I had $60,000 in my closet.
Oh my God.
And I was like, can I put it in the bank? I don't know.
And what did your dad say?
He's like, yes, like slowly put it in the bank. Yeah.
Was he the one that kind of suggested doing properties?
Absolutely. I mean, he's the one who found all the properties for me.
Oh, nice.
Besides my Miami house. That was me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he found all the properties, like made me a spreadsheet so you can put in the numbers and see like, does this property make sense? But I bought all in like the same complex.
Right. It's not like you were just all over the place.
Right. Yeah. So, and then I pay my mom to be the property manager.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's so perfect. And I'm so happy they told me to do that. And I'm so happy I have those properties now. Because at first I was like, why? I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend my money on going on boats.
Yeah, why am I not on a yacht? Why don't I have a yacht?
Yeah, exactly. But like I had like people pushing me in the right direction, or else I would have really fucked up. You know?
Right. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people do, because they don't have that, you know,
guidance.
They don't have the guidance. Yeah.
So back to the making money part. So. You got the OnlyFans income coming in. You have the rental property stuff coming in, which is really good. So really, your biggest, and then do you still do your YouTube channel every once in a while?
It's not making money like it used to. It used to make money,
right?
But I haven't done it in like 2 years.
Okay.
So
yeah. So you have these streams of stuff that are coming in. So for people that don't understand this, like, it's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're constantly on the go.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you just have to be consistent, and it's hard when you're making your own schedule. But you can't miss, because then people won't trust what you're putting out.
Right,
you know?
right. So. Okay, so let's talk about your OnlyFans. So what kind of stuff do you offer on your OnlyFans?
So what comes with my OnlyFans is I do solo scenes a lot, like nice, pretty locations, but also amateur stuff. If I'm just horny driving home from the gym, I'm gonna whip it out and jerk off in my car.
Okay.
Yeah, so things like that. I did a travel series on my OnlyFans for a while called Getting It Around the Globe, and yeah, went to a bunch of different places, did a lot of scenes there, and but in the most remote locations. Like I hiked like 12 miles into the mountains in Wyoming.
Wow.
And then like did drone footage
Nice.
of me jerking off on the top of it. And then also I do like a lot of dancing, stretching content because I was a gymnast, and then I do pole
So
and
so
circus stuff.
yeah, that's cool. So
Also, I'm giving a lot of head
Yeah.
on there. I'm giving a lot of blowjobs.
yeah,
And I'm getting a lot of blowjobs. And I do like domination.
do you do ASMR?
I have done ASMR.
Ooh,
I also did a porn podcast for a long time on there.
nice.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of different series.
What do you get a lot of requests from fans?
Yeah, I do a lot of custom videos.
A lot of custom stuff.
Mhm.
So that I want to talk about fans because obviously that's what we're doing it for, right? We're doing it for the money, but we're also doing it for the people that like to follow us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know them by name. I'm talking to them every day.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I was gonna
like,
say. So do you have like big fans that are like on you that not on you that follow you that you're I don't want to say friends with, but that you're and you're talking to and you're
I would say we're like even more than friends. Like,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like you just develop a relationship. It's natural, if you're talking to someone that amount of time. So,
if someone was to reach out to you, what kind of gets your attention?
well, first of all, money to start it off.
Well, yeah, because you get a lot of how many messages do you get a day?
I would say maybe like 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, 300 when I first wake up, and then I'm responding.
You look through all of them.
Majority. Oh, I respond to every single one. But like if someone's like treats me really well and like we hit it off, like we vibe together, we can be sexual together, like whatever,
Right.
whether it's friendship or more. If they're treating me well, then they're gonna get responded to more.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You're not responding to somebody's like, I just want to fuck you.
Oh no, I am. I'm responding to them. Yeah. Because I mean, listen, like I'm in my room sexting, so I'm horny too. So like I appreciate that. But some people will be like, "Wow, you don't look the way you did when you were 23." And I'm like, "Well, I'm 28 now." So
you're like, "Well, I'm 24."
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I mean, when people say things like that, I'm just like
that are kind of rude to you. You're
yeah,
like,
I'm like,
okay,
that's not
dude.
really gonna. I'll probably be a little rude back, honestly. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, moving on. Let's talk about your workout schedule. How much you love working out.
Oh, stupid. I do gymnastics like right now, like once a week, go and train, but I'll go train for like 4 to 6 hours when I go that day. And then I do pole dancing. And then I go to the gym. Like lately I've been going like 2 hours in the morning. And then at nighttime, if I'm bored, I'll go again just because I like it.
That's good.
It's just my favorite thing. And I have so many different gym memberships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a member of like 5 different gyms. So I just go to a different one like
wherever
every
you're
day.
at. So last but not least, we're going to go over some vocabulary words.
Oh, fuck.
And I mean, you're probably going to know these more than the straight guys do because the straight guys don't know jack.
Okay.
But some of them, I mean, I don't even know, but we'll see. All right. So, being in this industry, we get a lot of like slang words, that we have to know. So, what is BB?
BB? Like baby?
Like B and B, like the letter A, like
bareback.
Oh, good job. All right. All right, you got that one. All right. DL.
Like discreet.
Good.
Down low. It stands for down low.
Down low. All right. GH.
GH.
G.
Is it missing a B at the end?
H. No. No.
Oh. Glucose husband. I don't know. What is it?
Glory hole.
Glory hole. Okay.
Okay. You got that. All right. Oh, that's a hard one. Let's see. LTR.
Later.
LTR.
LTR? I don't know.
Long-term relationship. You're like, I don't know that
Well,
one.
that sounds like something you put on your dating profile, and I definitely like wasn't. Like on your Grinder
Yes,
profile.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
We didn't have a shared Grinder. That's why I never used that one.
All right. NSA.
No strings attached.
There you go. There you go. NPNC.
No pic, no chat.
Oh, that was fast. Okay.
Because I just learned what it meant.
All right. UC.
Uncut.
Oh, you had to think about that one.
Yeah.
All right. WS.
Water sports. Oh my god, have you been getting the ad for the squirt blankets? Like it's like they lay out the blanket and they're like pouring water on it and like splashing around. I'm like, why am I getting these ads? I'm not
I got the same ad and I didn't know why I was getting it either. I was like,
I mean, I bought it, but
I bought 3 of them.
I bought the squirt blanket, but
the set.
I don't know why it came up.
I hang them on my wall and I put them on the bed. Yeah, I got those too, and I didn't know why. I did not know why. This is one. This is one I've never heard of. But I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called unicorn.
Oh, it's like, is that when you're like a gay that came out as a C-section, so you never even touched a pussy?
No.
Wait, okay. Unicorn. I don't know.
It says a unicorn is a single man who likes to sleep with couples.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but
yeah,
it's
unicorn.
still kind of weird.
I would not be able to do that.
You can't be a unicorn?
No.
What is a, let's see, a twatter?
I have no idea.
It's a twink when they get chest hair.
A twatter.
A twatter. All right. What is a oh god, twominate?
These seem like
A dom twink.
Twominant. Okay. I've never heard that.
Twink. Okay, wait. This one's good. Twancient.
A twink that's ancient.
He's 30 plus years old.
I'm almost twancient.
He looks like a twink, but he's old, so he's twancient.
That's funny.
That one's mean. Okay, wait. And then we talked about this earlier. So what is smurfing?
Someone who gives people blue balls.
Yes. Are you a smurf?
Because I just need like the validation,
and then they're
like knowing I could get you, and then I'm just like, but I just want to cuddle. I just need affection. I don't need.
Keep your clothes on.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need the dick and all that. Just like snuggle me. Yeah.
All right, and last one. What is kermiting?
Fisting.
Yes. That's so awful. I love that one. It's so gross.
I like doming and fisting.
God, have you ever done that?
Mm-hmm.
Like to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
See, that would scare me.
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you just like, you mother?
No, not aggressively,
You're
but
just
I
a
was definitely
soft
like degrading them.
That's when you use those sheets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I had like a whole process of doing it because I knew it's what I wanted to do. So I would mail him like dildos and be like, use it till it gets fucking easy. I want to keep you filled even when I'm not there to fuck you. And then so I kept mailing him bigger and bigger dildos, and I'm like, send me a video, blah blah. Or if I was like, go out and find someone to fuck you tonight, I want someone to fuck you. So like, yeah, doing that, and then
So then it finally happened. Was that the first time you ever done it? So tell me about the first time you did it.
The first time I did it, I don't know. I was in high school.
Oh my god!
I don't think.
How do you even get to that in high school? Only you would happen to do that. Was it a good situation or was it a bad situation?
It was good.
It was good. So nothing was like you didn't pull any organs out or anything.
No.
Okay, good. All right. Well, okay.
But,
So,
yeah.
you know, just a day in the life.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I have to, like, I really like, yeah. There's not a lot that I would say no to.
Right. Well, you would try it.
I would try it. Yeah, totally. If it's, yeah.
Have you ever,
I don't.
are you Gold Star?
Mm-hmm.
You are Gold Star, but you would have sex with a girl.
Totally. But I want another guy to be involved too. I want to DP her. So.
You wanted, that's your.
Yeah.
You should have done that with Dawson.
Dawson,
the guy that was remember showing the picture?
Oh, I mean, there's still possibilities. We could.
Yeah, because he does a lot of stuff with women and guys.
Yeah, honestly, I would be down for it. That sounds fun. I used to, yeah. I've DP'd a lot of guys too. I like that. But yeah. The sun is shocking you, Carlos.
I know. I'm so shocked. I love it. Finally, someone.
The more you know.
Finally, someone that can shock me. Okay, well, we got to stop right now because we've been on for a while now, and he'll come back again, and we'll talk more stories. Hopefully, if you come back with Gavin, maybe we can do a double one. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time out to do this. I know you have a very, very, very busy schedule. He does. And you're going to go to another shoot now.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be my third time coming today.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I already did 2.
I know. And I saw both.
Yeah.
So,
he's seen it. I did it.
He's like, for real, I did it.
For real, I did it.
Yeah, he did. So you can follow him on his OnlyFans page, Instagram page, Twitter page. On both those pages, you have link trees to your OnlyFans. So if you want to follow him, there's a lot of content that he does. He's very consistent, and he has a lot of stuff on there. You can follow me also. My link tree is in my Instagram and everything, and you can follow my OnlyFans also, where I feature a lot of other models also besides Reno, or in also Reno. But please follow all of us. We'd really appreciate it. And I want to thank you for listening to us this hour, or maybe like 45 minutes. I don't know, depending on how much I have to cut out. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys have a good day.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Carlos.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to buzz another night.
I actually
have to go to my other shoot.